ways. I'm just keep the camera a little bit more situated. Now I have learned that because I think my speaker is at the bottom of my phone that from time to time there will be like a staticky sound. So I want to not adjust the camera too much when I'm I'll try. But welcome to a Moment of Harmony. We have had a mini break. We did not stream at all last week. We did not meet at all last week. I know you felt it. I felt it. It was a long pause. It was a long pause. Last week, my oldest brother, my big brother, right over me actually. He's number two. I'm number three. My big brother transitioned last week. My big brother died of a broken heart. Um, he last week was the conclusion of his journey here on Earth, and it's very tough for all of us here. Um, very tough for all of us to say goodbye to all of those things. So it was a rough week. So we missed last week, but we are back. We are pushing through as much as we can. We are still using our moments. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Carter, and much love to you as well. I'm so grateful for you and all the support you've provided. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the love you shared. So yeah, we're pushing through on this moment. We're going to heal in real time, heal in real life, but not lose our moments, right? Not lose our mind, not lose our peace, but rather to just heal ourselves as we're moving along, right? Continue to do our work. All of these things in life are continuously pushing us to where we need to and should be. Okay, so today we are well, I just want to give a shout out to all of my siblings first. I feel like I just definitely need to do that. I know it's a Sunday moment, and it's not just a Sunday moment, it's Easter Sunday. And I know there's a lot of people that are doing some religious ceremonies and activities today. And so, for those that are tuning in and sacrificing time and space to come and have a moment, I'm extremely grateful. I'm grateful for any Sunday. It's a family day. It's a day of rest and renewal and rejuvenation and getting ready for your week. So I'm always excited when you guys just really make such a sacrifice. I think that's such an honor. But definitely on a Sunday that most of the world considers to be a holiday, and you guys are still tuning in, I'm super duper grateful. And if you watch me on the playback, which I know the majority of you do, I'm grateful for you still, and I'm grateful you were able to make choices for yourself where you were able to get everything that you feel that you need. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We are in a series entitled Manifestation Moments. Um, wait a minute. I wanted to shout out my siblings. I wanted to give a special love and shout out to my mother and all that she is going through right now. To my nephew Prince Charming, and just everyone that's really trying to heal and make sense and deal right now. Love and light to you all. And I haven't gotten to the point because it's fresh and new where I have a moment that I've dedicated yet to Majestic, but it's coming. It's coming soon enough, right? Um, but much love to my brothers, Victorious and Majestic, and much love to their lives and their legacy and all that they were. Peace and blessings. Happy holidays to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're getting into our moment. We are in manifestation moments, and in this manifestation moment, we are talking about this. Well, let me say it is entitled A Long Conversation. Today's moment is entitled A Long Conversation. We have been talking since I would say, when did we start the manifestating moments? Because we concluded, I'm gonna say probably the end of March. Maybe the end of March. We've been manifesting since then. And we have come in and we have been saying that this is the last year. This is what all of this series is based around. We are manifesting more. This is the last year. I am 39 years old. Peace, peace, peace. I am this is the last year of my 30s, and I have declared this year a last year of a lot of things. This is the last year, and even my brother has even followed suit with his transition. This is the last year of his suffering. This is his last year in this physical form and that vessel that of Majestic. This is the last year of a lot of things. We are manifesting more, and this series is all about us going all the way to the door. I'm going all the way to the door of 40, manifesting more for myself, manifesting more with and for you all as well. So, we're in this manifestation series, and in this series, we are going through using the tools, not just wishing, not just hoping, right? But getting to a point of how do we use the power within self, mind, body, soul, spirit alignment to really magnetize to us what we desire and what we deserve. And we've been working with that in manifestation moments. And it is the last year. That is the theme. It is the last year of a lot of things. If it is the last year of something for you, I want you to put that in the chat. I want you to comment down below. Last year of what? Last year of poverty, last year of pain, last year of addiction, last year of abandonment, last year of loneliness. It is the last year of a lot of things because we are elevating towards more. We are birthing brand new versions of ourselves. We're doing it together. We're doing it live. And we're doing it in love with a moment of harmony. So last year of a lot of things, and oh boy, are we taking? I see my people taking this very literally. We are bringing more in. So today is entitled A Long Conversation. We've been working out of this calendar book that I have in love called is The Secret, based on all of the laws of attractions in all metaphysical magnetizations of The Secret and the series of The Secrets by Rhonda Byrne or Byron. Don't know why I always got to do that. And many other philosophers that have joined in, spiritualists and inspirational motivators that have joined in on this movement of bringing in more with your mind, bringing in more with your alignment, bringing in more with your understanding. And so we have been working out of that. It is yes, Ashe. Yes, Mr. Carter. We are declaring it. Last year of unnecessary drama. That part. So we are um so yes, we have all of these. So we're working out of The Secret. It's been a movie, it's been a documentary, it's a book, and now I have this calendar book, and it's all types of things around manifestation. And I've been doing a lot of research on the laws of attraction with these types of things. So we are reading out of this excerpt. I'm going to start the moment off with that excerpt, but we are going to go into our moment, a long conversation. And it is so divinely aligned because maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I put up a post on Facebook that said, my life is just one long conversation with the Creator. And I swear, whatever I was going through at that time, I felt like all it is us exchanging. It's me exchanging, it's me listening, it's me asking, it's him providing, or it's, source providing, source relating, source elevating, source. It's just one long conversation of do, be, love, have, see, listening, hearing, all of that, right? And I was like, this is just one long conversation. And as I began to work through this book, here we are at this time and space, and or my little calendar book, and we're at a cosmic conversation. This is what the excerpt that I'm reading today is how manifestation is about a cosmic conversation with the universe. So I was like, this is bananas, okay? And so a lot of the moments throughout the manifestation series are loosely centered around the excerpts that I've been reading out of The Secret. So I'm going to read this excerpt that we're working with today, and then we're going to get on up into this moment, okay? So the universe is guiding you and communicating you. Let me start over. I'm sorry. The universe is guiding you and communicating with you in every second of your life. It is responding to your thoughts, and it is giving you invaluable feedback through your feelings. Your feelings are cosmic communication. The good feelings mean good for you. The bad feelings are to get your attention so that you will change what you are focusing on. Tune in to the cosmic communication that is with you every day. You are never alone, not for a second. The universe is right with you at every step, guiding you, but you have to listen, right? So that is the excerpt that we are all going to be using today. This cosmic conversation. It is a cosmic conversation responding to you with your feelings. Your feelings are letting you know the way that you are communing. So we're going to delve even deeper into those concepts and ideas today with this moment entitled A Long Conversation. Ooh, a long conversation. And we're going to break down manifesting more, bringing in more in what we communicate to the universe, what we communicate to source, what we receive within self. How do we expand that process in the conversation that we are having and what we are putting out and what we are giving back and how that works. And we're going to go through that and now what we express, what we exchange, what we expect, and what we experience. Today I've broken it down into 4 factors. Normally I just do 3, but when I got down to that 4th one, I was like, I can't leave out the experience because that's the whole point of us getting more, doing more, being grateful, growing, and reaching for our better and higher selves. Okay, so a long conversation. I'm gonna put my little calendar book to the side. A long conversation. When we have a conversation, those 4 components that I broke down are 4 of the primary things we do in a conversation. We express, we exchange, we expect, and we experience. We experience the what we are having a conversation with. And one of my favorite things that I've heard from Marvin Sapp that comes into one of his songs is saying, "You have come here to experience God. We are here to experience light. We are here to experience source. We are here to experience supreme elevation. We are here to elevate into a higher spiritual level of self. And we cannot experience things that we are not moving through, that we are not giving and receiving. There is no way to experience something that you're not a part of. And this conversation, not called life, it's not only something you're a part of, this is your personal conversation. This is your personal walk. This is your personal journey. Collectively, Mommy Mercy, collectively with others that you love, that you nurture, that you cherish, that you value, making your walk, your conversation that much more, what is it, transformative. So I want us to get into this long conversation called life and how we use and how we operate this long conversation to manifest, to bring in everything that we truly deserve, desire, and are, so that we can stop having the same conversation, a conversation of redundance, a conversation of despair, a conversation of trauma, a conversation of defeat. I'm tired of the same conversation. I don't want your conversation to end abruptly. I don't, Mommy Mercy Juice, I don't want your conversation to end um, dissatisfactorily, disappointingly. This is a conversation. This is, what is it, Lamb Chop. I'm showing my age, right? This is the song that never ends. This is the conversation that never ends. This journey in life. This give and take that you have with source, that you have with divine energy. The most important conversation you'll ever have. It is every day. It is every second. It is every moment, just like the excerpt we just read. It is in every decision. It is in every thought. It is in every emitted energy. And it is in every word brings about the next direction of the conversation. I had a very long conversation with my best friend last night. Shout out to New. Love you, boo boo. Had a very long conversation with my best friend. And our conversation is organic. It flows. And and it can move from being silly and funny to emotional and expressive, emotionally expressive. And then it can move into being philosophical, right? And all spiritual and metaphysical, right? And it has a flow. And you guys, if you, I can hear you whispering. And Mommy Mercy, have all the mercy. Why they don't do these things in the hallway? Beautiful. You and Dream can take your conversation in the hallway. Y'all can go in the hallway. You don't have to sit in here with me. They're gonna come into. Okay, we don't need to hear that. You can go in the hallway. They're gonna come into a closed door, walk through it, to come sit in here to work out the workings of their Sunday. Nice, right? Mommy mercy. I'm so grateful to y'all for it. um, this long conversation that we have, and I was going back on me and Neona's conversation and how our conversations flow and how they just move and how every thought builds upon the next direction that we move in, and how there's always this base in our conversations, this foundation of love and support and understanding. Do understand that at the base of your life, at the base of this experience here is love and connection and understanding. If you are tuned in, and if you so choose to tap into that which you were built upon, creation is that of love, of hope, of renewal, of rejuvenation, things that come in, this is a sign of moving forward. This is grace and mercy, right? This is everlasting. This is eternal life and love. It is never ending, this conversation. And so understand that, yes, we come in and we get deterred, we get moved around, we get distracted, we get dismayed, we get broken. Oh, we get so badly broken. We get so bruised. And it moves us from the understanding that this is a conversation based in love. How many of you have had a tough conversation with someone that you love? And it can get out of whack because feelings and trigger words and hurt emotions, and it goes from I just want to help you, or I just want to improve this, to flaring words and hateful energy or hurtful energy. That's what happens with our conversation of life. Oftentimes we have to remind people that we love, that this is coming from a place of love. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to discourage you. I want to help guide you. I want to support you. I want you to be more realistic. I want you to have a different understanding. I want to offer another perspective. And it does, but we lose it, right, with our spouses or our children or our siblings, our parents. We lose it because we lose sight of the foundation of the conversation. This exchange that you're having with life, this exchange that you're having with the Creator, is all based on love. This is coming from compassion. This is coming from a desire to see you grow, win, become, expand, supremacy, right? This is coming from that place, even when it doesn't feel like it. I can think back to many conversations I've had that didn't feel like love. Sound like judgment. Ouch. It sounds like confrontation. Sounds like blame, right? But it's help. It's growth. It's nurturing. It's loving. A lot of us shy away from constructive criticism. Oh my gosh, right? Hate it. I don't want any criticism. Don't criticize me at all, right? Many of us. But understanding that this is coming to make you better. We have to understand these parts of this conversation. Now, a lot of us, like myself, I personally do not mind constructive criticism. I mind where it's coming from, because I don't always think it's coming from a safe place, a loving place, or a stable place. And then, therefore, it has changed what is coming, what is coming to me. But if I know, I tell my bestie all the time, I say, "No, I'm going to ask you this." Oh, I ask her some of the most vulnerable questions. People in this world would never believe some of the things I ask her. I ask her some of the most vulnerable questions about myself. I ask her I go into so many of my softer places, my more fragile and vulnerable places. And I ask her, "Tell me this. What do you think about that?" "No, really, tell me what you feel." And I tell her, because I can only take it coming from you. I tell her that. I can only take it Why? Because no matter what you say, I know it's coming from love. I know it is being said with my best intention. It's not a selfish conversation. You're not trying to see what you can gain or get. You're not trying to see if you can keep me or lose me. You are trying to help me and heal me, and you want the best for me, and therefore I trust your eyes and your ears so I can hear those. But the conversation has to be able to move. We have such a conversation. We don't always see it that way. But this life we live is such a conversation with creation. You're going to show me things, oh goodness, that I don't want to see. You're going to reveal parts of my life and parts of my heart that need work, parts of my heart that need shaping, parts of my heart that need healing. You're going to reveal people to me. You're going to reveal me to myself. You are going to show me things in this conversation of life. You're going to share things with me. You are going to teach things to me. It's a conversation. But if I understand that this is a conversation built on love, compassion, unconditional grace, I can receive this conversation differently, and I can express and exchange and expect and experience this conversation called life differently. So let's get all up into these four components and get and hi and peace, and thank you for joining and coming into a moment of harmony. I see you all coming in, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the light. It is so, so greatly appreciated. Long conversation. Okay. In this conversation of life that we are having with Source, we are expressing. We are expressing on a regular basis. We express frustration, we express desires, we express wishes, we express fears. We are walking vessels of expression. And not only with our words, with our actions. Because again, like we spoke about in a previous moment under the manifestation moments, remember that with communication, what is it? Is 80% body language. Communication is 80% what you don't say with your words. So our actions express. We express laziness. We express, what is it? Ungratefulness. We become wasteful. We become selfish. We become non-reciprocal, which is selfish, right? So we express these things in our everyday actions. And we press out. And when I use the word express, I want to think about us like squeezing juice, pressing grapes, pulling something out. We are expressing. We are pulling out what is inside of us all day, all the time, every single moment. Just like in the excerpt we read, we are never alone. There is never not an algorithm of ourself being frequencied through the universe. I don't care if it's nothing but nobody but you in the room. You are emitting an energy. It is a frequency that is flowing through you constantly. I was reading earlier today, and they were saying that since the 1960s, there's been seemingly a rhythmic heartbeat that comes from the ocean. From the ocean that have scientists, that make scientists believe that Earth has a heartbeat. And where are they saying? I think they're saying Guinea and off the west of West Africa, West Coast, of course. And they're saying that there's this heartbeat that has been detectable through frequency analyzers since the 60s, since scientists, and it is constant. And many people believe that it is just the sound of the ocean or the waves hitting the ocean floor that is creating this constant rhythmic, seemingly heartbeat of the earth. Frequency, right? The frequency. The way that we move creates a frequency, a vibration. You are the heartbeat of your own life. You are the sound of your conversation with creation. Every movement, every emotion, every contraction within self, every ability to grow through conflict, every exchange that you make, Mommy Mercy, right? Conversation. Conversation. See, I'm not talking about words per se. I'm talking about my heart and what it sounds like when it's surviving, what it sounds like when it's thriving. The tones change. This is a vibration. I'm talking about the birds chirping, a conversation. I'm talking about the sun shining and breaking through the overcast, the conversation. The conversation of, huh? When we go back, did you see? Did you know? Did you hear? Huh? Yeah, sure. Right? Life moves like that. I speak, life speaks. I speak, creation speaks. I ask, divine energy answers the conversation. Am I here? Do I matter? Will I heal? Can I see? Will this change? Our expression. Every single thing we do. I care, I don't care, I can, I can't. I will, I won't. I'm sure, I'm not sure, I'm certain, I don't know. Right? The conversation with life and creation is constantly conversing with us, moving in and out of dialogue with us as we are having a long conversation called life. And I want us to get to the point of understanding that your expressions, what's inside, are adding to this conversation. Now, if I'm expressing and my expressions are only me pressing out, express. I'm pressing out what's inside of me. Then I need to do a lot of work on what is inside of me. Because what I am putting out into the universe, the frequency that I'm tuning into, has a lot to do with what is inside of me. So when I do inside work, I express the work that I've done. When I heal, I express healing. When I grow, I express growth. When I trust, I express truth. Okay? Expression. This is a part of the long conversation of life. Now, the next part of our long conversation is exchange. When I think of exchange, I want to think of the word dance. My Walimu, he used to use the word dance a lot in terms of exchange. I've heard him refer, shout out to Bob Imhotep and PLM. I've heard him refer to labor and delivery as a dance. I've heard him refer to marriage as a dance. And because we're talking about an exchange, a movement, a movement of unison. This conversation called life is a moving in unison with creation. We were talking, me and my bestie last night, and we were talking, and I told her about I'm on a fast. Ironically, I had started a fast before. I had started a fast for spiritual reasons, for things that I'm working through before my brother transitioned. I stayed on it. I'm still on it. But I was just thinking, like, what? I started a fast to focus and fix one area of my life that I'm dealing with. And then this big catastrophic happens. Right? This is the conversation. This is what I mean by the conversation. I started the fast to move one thing, and then something shifted over here. Because, and I said this is the conversation, because I can tell you how many times I've done fast, and the miracles that transpired were favorable. They felt empowering. They were freeing. They were uplifting. This miracle was painful. This was a tower painful. This was a tower moment. But it was a miracle nonetheless. And I said this, I said, you know what I understood is that we have this cut and paste idea of if I want something good, it should look like this. I move like this. This is what I do when I need grace. This is what I do when I need revelation. This is what I do when I need a miracle. And then when the miracle looks different, we doubt that the conversation has happened to us recently at work. When I told you how they prayed over some situations, some of the prayer warriors at work prayed over the situation at work, and things got much worse before they got better. But the change is the exchange. Change. The expression of change. Exchange. An exchange means things are moving, they are changing, they are morphing, they are collaborating, they are conglomerating, they are not what they started out as, and they are moving. And this exchange in this conversation that we have, I said, you know, I learned that there's so many times I go in and the conversation is how many times we say we listen to respond, or we communicate to listen, um, or we listen to respond. We don't listen to understand. That's what it is. In a conversation, one of the most toxic things we can do is listen to respond and not listen to understand. And I was thinking about this in this long conversation called life. Getting disappointed, getting disoriented, getting weak and defeated in this conversation is because I was listening to respond. I wanted to say, and then I wanted you to do. I wanted to speak. See, this wasn't a conversation. I was given a wish, and this prayer, I wanted you to do a thing. See, I wasn't praying for your will. I was praying for my wish. And that is not a conversation. A conversation is this is where am I? What is the conversation is an exchange. It goes both ways. I have to hear. I have to speak to be heard, and then I have to receive what you are saying. And a lot of times when we are going through this life and we are bringing in more, we stop manifesting more because the miracles do not begin to look like what we asked for. So did you make a request, or are you in a conversation? How many times have we said this? Are you asking me or are you telling me? Right? I can't tell you how many times. Is this is this a negotiation, or is this a dictatorship? Because they come out differently. They have a different result and they move along differently. And in this exchange, I told my bestie, I said, you know, when I started this fast, and then the same week my brother died, I started the fast at the beginning of the week, my brother died at the end of the week, and I said, I'm working hard for results, right? I'm working hard. But what I need to be working hard for is not just the result. I need to understand the resolve. I need to know the resolution. And so I said, the fast. This is the conversation that was had with me when I asked, what? Why? How? What's happening? I'm doing my part. Right? And I won't know that the Creator is also doing their part until I have the conversation, until I tune in, until I'm open and receptive. See, the fast, this is the conversation. This is what you're able to exchange. Stop sending out the frequency one way. It changes what can happen for you. It changes what's opening for you. It changes what's possible for you and what you can receive. See, because reception is understanding. And I can't do anything with a blessing that I don't understand. I can't do anything with a lesson that I don't understand. So I'm open because this is a two-way exchange. Now I know what I said. I know what I asked for. I know what I wanted. But talk to me. Tell me what's happening. Because I think I said a thing and I need to know what's going the exchange. So I told my bestie, I said the fast determines or guarantees. It does not guarantee that the creator will move in your direction. It only guarantees that the creator will move in your favor. That's what I got in the conversation. That's what I got in being open to the conversation. That is how I wrap my mind and my heart around such a circumstance. It is not me writing what should and shouldn't happen for me and everyone around me. It is me aligning with what is intended and understanding that what is intended is for me. It is for my best. It is for the best. This last year of suffering for my brother. This last year of illness for my brother. This last year of destruction and pain and heartache for my brothers. This is for the best. Not your direction. The fast is to not move things in your direction. It is to move things in your favor. It is working out. I want us to understand that peace so much because we give up on manifesting. We stop expecting more. We stop expecting better. We stop moving in alignment. And we find excuses to step out of line because things aren't working the way we want them to. Because we've been startled by pain or stifled by trauma and tragedy. And I want you to know that this is an exchange. You don't get to tell life what to do. You don't get to tell the creator, if you love me, you'll do this. If you believe in me, you'll make my life easy. If you truly cared about me, you'll remove these. This is an exchange. No, it's not going to move like that. Seamless, painless, eventless. Who promised you that? Right? I've heard say before. There's a saying that says you weren't promised that it would be easy, but you were promised that it would be worth it. It will be worth it. Living, breathing testimony of worth it. Worth it. This is an exchange. When you get into the exchange, or when you get into the parts of your life that seem stuck, or do you hear me? Are you listening? I'm trying. I'm holding on. I'm moving through. And we start to believe this isn't going to happen. This isn't working. Favor, gifts, power, strength. I don't know if I have those things. Tune in. Tune in. You did this. You brought about freedom. You brought about release. You brought about transformation and transition. Yes, you brought it about because you declared. This is the conversation. The last year of things happening to the people that you love. The last year of stress and struggle and trauma within yourself taking the front seat. You manifested. Not in your direction, but in your favor. In your favor. This is an exchange. This is a dance. You move, I move, we move together. I'm tuned into your step. You go left, I go left. You go right, I go right. Sometimes the tune changes. And I go left and you go right. Sometimes I go up and you go down. This is a conversation of life. Some of us want just a plain old monotone scripted dialogue. And that is not a conversation. This is a long conversation. We express ourselves and we need to be cognizant of constant expression. We exchange and we need to be present and receptive for the exchange. Now, in a long conversation, we expect. We have expectations. We come in here and we have expectations, right? We come into we come along this walk and we come and what we expect. Think about when you go into a conversation. We come in to say, I want to have a conversation with someone. We expect them to listen. We expect to be heard, which is the same. We expect to be acknowledged. We expect respect, right? We come into a conversation with expectations. Understand that your expectations are a massive component to your manifestation. So how many times do we leave a conversation like, I didn't expect it to go that good. I didn't expect it to go that well. Because we know that we are going to experience some things and say some things and move some things and touchy subjects. We're going into sensitive places and we are expecting the worst. Do know that in this conversation of life, your expectations are what you take out of the conversation. They what you retrieve. Because next we're going into the experience, which is what you receive. So the expectation is what you retrieve, and then the experience is what you receive. So do know that as you go into the conversation, what you bring out of it is what you expect from it. In this conversation called life, what you take from it, what you will gather, what you will keep, what will be in your tool belt, what will be on your memory log, what will be in your in your folder within self. What you have recorded has been what you have expected. If I expect foolishness, if I expect dishonesty, if I expect shenanigans, and I know that's a big ass. We've been so played with, right? We've had so many situations where we were open and we were trusting and we were positive, and people predatorize that, and people what is it what is it came in and they were just distrustful, they were harsh, they exploited that. That's the word I'm looking for. They were exploitive of that energy. So now we come in expecting everyone to be wrong. We're expecting everything to mess up, to be half fulfilling. We are retrieving out of this conversation, this long conversation called life, what we expect from it. When I know that someone that I love is so broken that they cannot expect more, I know they won't get more. And I know that this side of the conversation is not the best for them. When I myself am in a conversation and I feel like I don't expect it to change, I don't expect the miracles to be met, I don't expect the energy to be matched. Mommy, mercy. Mommy is live, Drewski. EI is live right now, okay? When I get done, can we wait till I get done? I'm talking to a lot of people right now, lots. She like, I'm just gonna whisper because that's not gonna interrupt what you're doing at all. I'm sorry. You have shoes on up here. You cannot. Please take them off. Please go. Mommy mercy. Okay. So, the exchange. What we expect, the expectation. What we expect in this conversation is what we get out of it. Do know that as you are moving through manifesting more, as you are moving through getting what it is that you are intending to have for yourself, your expectations are pulling in what you will keep from every single part of this conversation. Have you ever had a long conversation with someone and someone said, "What did they say? What did they say when you said that? And then what happened after you said that?" And you're like, "I can't remember. I can't remember everything they said, but it was something like, we remember what triggered. We remember what we felt. We get the gist of it. We retrieved because it matched our expectation. It resonated. So we received it and remembered it." Beautiful, please close my door back. I am streaming live. You and Dream need to not be up here, and she needs to not have shoes, and you are not helping me this morning. Thank you. Okay. We what you keep from the conversation, what you remember, comes back to, again, what I expected. Whether we expected more, we expected less. Our expectations are what we retrieve in this long conversation of life. I expected someone to be deceptive. I expected someone to do me wrong. I expected not to be worthy. I expected not to have. I didn't expect for this person to have this or be this way. I did expect for this to happen. Our expectations are what we're getting out of the conversation. And sometimes people will disappoint us. Sometimes people will exploit us. Sometimes they will predatorize us. What do you expect from yourself, though? See, I still walk a journey in my spiritual journey where people do play with me, where people do take my kindness for weakness, where people do exploit what it is they can get and gain from me without giving what I deserve. I still too. But my expectations in this conversation for myself is to never be that low, no matter what. Is to never be that person. I'm not saying we don't fall short. I'm saying, but the expectation is for me to not be there. I didn't say not visit, not fall there, not drop there, not even think there. But I won't be there. I expect more from my walk, from my journey, from my conversation. And I'm going to get more because I expect more. I don't have what they go. Oh, Mary says, my faith ain't never small. See, I don't expect a small miracle. See, all of these transitions that happen, these shifting mountains that happen, this massive motion. I swear, me and my bestie were talking last night. Girl, if your life don't just be simple, if life just doesn't just move simple, where are the simple moments? There is no simple moments. I don't expect things to move small. I expect grandness, greatness, divinity. I expect the unthinkable, the majestic, the extraordinary. I expect that. And it comes throughout the conversation in ways that I couldn't imagine. But do know that what we expect in the conversation, in the exchange, is what we retrieve. It's what we get. It's what we go back and get. It's what we have. Finally, our experience. Mommy Mercy, beautiful. So y'all can see that my manager is not here. Lovely is not here. She is living her best life this weekend. And these girls try me. They try me when they don't have the supervisor. I don't know. I guess I'm the supervisor, right? She would be the manager, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Mom, my co-mom. She's not here. Okay. Express, when it comes to this long conversation of life, we express. We are constantly expressing, and what we are expressing is creating this frequency, is adding to, it is causing this exchange of energy to take place in our lives. None of this is happenstance. None of this is coincidental. It is all our exchange, and then we are getting what we expect. We are getting what we expect. We expect a miracle, we get a miracle. We expect pain, we get pain. We are retrieving out of this conversation. No matter what's being said, no matter what's being conveyed, we are keeping what we expect we should have. And then we are experiencing. In a conversation, you express yourself, you exchange what's being expressed to you, you expect results to happen, you expect to be heard, you expect to be understood. You have these expectations from this exchange, and then you experience. You've experienced the conversation. How many times have you got done with a conversation and you say that was a really good conversation. That was a really good, something comes out of the conversation. You decide to start a relationship, you decide to end a relationship, you decide to start, someone hires you in this conversation, someone lets you go in this conversation, someone gives you something. But the experience, see, the expectation is what I retrieved, but the experience is what I received. The experience is what I keep. The experience is what I have from this conversation. What have you received from this conversation? Because the words and the exchange are not the reception, right? They are the dance. They are the understanding. They are the comprehension. They are the breakdown. This communication, verbal and nonverbal. But the experience is what you now have as a result of the conversation. The experience is the peace. The experience is the trust. The experience is the hope. The experience is the connection. Like I said, one of my favorite lines in Marvin Sapp's song, you supposed to come here to experience God. So I can have this long conversation with you, this long conversation called life. But have I experienced, do know that in every structure, at every conversation, at every juncture of this dialogue, I am to experience you. You can't have a conversation with me without experiencing me. Because I'm going to pour into you, and then you're going to pour into me. And we are going to connect magnetically. I got this little magnet bracelet. We're going to keep getting me connected to anything metal around me. We are going to magnetically connect. You cannot come and converse with me without experiencing me. This whole long conversation called life is about experiencing God. It's about experiencing light. It is about learning and knowing love firsthand within yourself, acknowledging and recognizing it within others. It is about experiencing forgiveness. It is about experiencing longing. Lost is a part of the experience. Pain is a part of the experience. Pressure, a part of the experience. And this entire experience is supposed to get you to know love. I know love. I know life. I know light. Because have been conversing with it. I know spirit because I spend time in it. This is my experience of myself. My entire conversation is my experience with myself. In this life, I've seen myself struggle. I've seen myself win. I've seen myself lose. I was there when I understood. I was there when I was lost. I was there when I was hurting. I was there when I was broken. I was there when I was fixed. This is about my experience. This conversation. And we are saying we want to improve our experiences. We want to have divine experiences. We want to illuminate and And we want to have permeating experiences that push through pain, that push through chaos, that push through disappointment. We want to have elevated experiences. Understand that this entire conversation where you are manifesting and creating and magnetizing as you go along, it is based strongly on your experience. This is a reason why two people can be a part of the same circumstance and have two different experiences. The circumstance is not the experience. We mix that up. We say, how was this event? Or how was work? Or how was your day? And we think we're talking about work as the experience. No. Work is the circumstance, the event, the situation. These are the exchanges, right? This is the expression. This is the expectation. That is the experience, is what you've received. What did you receive? That's your experience. Same conversation, two different perspectives. Same conversation, but two different experiences. We had the same parents. You ever heard people say that? We grew up in the same house. We had the same issues. Your experience, just like your conversation, is personal. And it is personal because it is about your connection. In your ability to manifest is personal. So hone in on how you experience the circumstances of life. Not that you experience them, because you will, but how? How did I experience this? Did I experience this openly? Did I experience this honestly, truthfully, maturely, divinely? Not perfectly. Mind you, I didn't say perfectly. What? But how did I experience this conversation? Life is a long conversation with the Creator. It is a give and take. And what you get out of this conversation is a largely contingent upon what you give to this conversation. What you receive, what you retrieve, how you dance, and what's inside. Your expression, your exchange, your expectations, and your experience dictate this conversation. Its length, its width, its depth, its joy. So we talk differently. We speak differently when we say that. We speak differently when we know differently. Speak differently to your life. Experience better within yourself. Change how this life exchanges with you. How others exchange with you. How you exchange with you. And watch how you change what you experience. Work on what you express. Work on what you expect. Work on what you exchange. And watch how this experience moves differently for you. Let's make time while there's still time. I love you all so very much. Thank you for joining me for a moment back, because I was so going back and forth on, should I take a month off my moments? Should I take more of a pause? And I said, no, your moments are about healing. These moments that we share together are about us dealing and healing in real time. I wasn't sure that I was going to get through a whole moment. I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to do this the way it needs to be done, that I was going to be able to be who I needed to be. But look at God. Look at God. Look at you. Look at me. Look at life. Look at love and what love can do. It's extraordinary. The most extraordinary component to living. It's the only thing that makes life worth living, I believe. So I love you, and I mean it, and I'm grateful for you. And I cannot wait to have another moment with you next week. Maybe it'll be a Sunday moment. I'm not sure. We're going to see how this week goes. You know what I'm saying? But love and light to you all. Please. Y'all, I'm not being cute. I mean, I am cute. But I'm not trying to be cute when I say take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Your experience, your expression, your exchange, your expectation. Take good care of yourself. And then, when you got something to give, even if it's just a little something, go on out your way and take really good care of somebody else. I love you all so much. This has been a moment of harmony, love and light. Shout out to Majestic and Victorious forever. And I will see you for another moment soon.